So here it is, walking in for the first time in a long time. I did get my Honda tires out of here, but I got a lot of flat tires. So this is the 1985 280 SE. It looks like it's only got one flat tire. It's a driver. This here is 1973 450 SLC that has a great interior and some serious rot on the passenger side floor. Now, I don't know if I need to worry here about rodents eating stuff, but it looks like some nonsense has been going on. I don't know if keeping the hoods open makes it so you're less likely to have issues with rodents or more likely to have issues with rodents. But you can see there's paw prints on top of here, and something has been making all the holes it wants along the entranceways. There's tons of them. So this here is a 380 SLC total junker. Called it Varnished. I got it running. It's got I believe a 7 of 8 cylinder fuel injector in there, fuel distributor in there. So it runs. It has no rear brakes. So when you put your brakes on, the rear tires just spin. It's a total pile of crap. But it was cheap. I've got the title for it, and as I do for this, these would be two that would be probably not all that hard to register. Oh crap, the window's open. And they're power windows. I don't know, but I guess it doesn't look like this has been invaded yet. But that's the thing you really got to worry about, and that's the fuel pump there. Fuel pump relay is my power switch. So that's a real junker. This here is a 450 SLC 5.0 without the 5.0 badge. And it was running. I mean, everything ran when I drove it in here. And I don't know what I need to worry about where, but I'm sure that with all the signs of animals getting in here, I'm going to find something ugly that's going to be a problem. This dash was covered in leather, and I bought this with the intention of turning it into a rally car. The previous owner had kind of torn it apart. The hood, can't remember what was wrong with the hood. I think the hood had like ripped. Jason ended up turning it into a hood for his race car. So that's a 380 SLC over there. Both of these are Euro with the short stroke. So the motors are actually kind of desirable. There's another flat tire, another near flat tire. So like I need to run around here with a compressor and some power and just fire these up. Okay, now we got a problem. Here you can see that there's been a dirty-footed animal in this car here. So I got to get a battery in here, and I can see that they've been in the back seat. They've been up there. So I need to get this before they destroy this car. And you can see a little bit of a rip there, right there. Okay, this one, definitely need to get this window up. Really probably need to get all the windows up on all the cars if possible. Okay, but they've been over, you can see the footprint on all the cars. So, all right, can I get through here? So we took the Honda wheels out so I can actually navigate through here. Oh, you know what? That's another one I had to bring home because that's for the Pilot. That's not doing any good down here. Okay, so this is closed up. So that seems to be the deal. If the windows are open, you got some real problems. This is a 350 SLC 4-speed. That's what that is. It was 1973. This is the 500 SE AMG. Got a couple of dents here that need to be straightened out along that spot there. And that's got a window down. So Let's see what we got in here. Fortunately, I'm not seeing paw prints, but that's, yeah, this thing needs some interior love. This had a hose break back by the fuel pump. And it looks like the sunroof is not closed quite right, so I want to make sure it doesn't have any pressure. It's a very empty box there. Make sure it doesn't have any pressure on it. So the AMG front lip for this is down there. Yeah, so W140 that I really don't care about at all, but it has some decently nice seats, and again, I don't know, it doesn't look like anything's been in there, but you really probably ought to get that window up. Now I'm seeing that. Now another thing about this wagon, which also has flat tires, I'm not sure how many of them. The thing about this wagon that I noticed that doesn't look quite right here is this. Why is there dirt going up into the wheel? That just seems a little too suspicious for me. Now this thing's I guess it's a real pile. Not worth trying to do anything to, but could be quite a beater. It is chock full of W124 parts, just packed to the gills with them. I pulled this out. I've got the 5-speed transmission from a W201 sitting down here on the floor. I promised to get some measurements from my friend Jason for it. But in any case, that is there. Again, everything ran and drove in here. Okay, so the W140 was the last one I looked at on that row. This is a Euro 450 SL that was running and driving, but really not running with the power it should have. Not sure what's going on with that, but it also, I think it would diesel when shutting it off, so I need to get that fixed. Now over here, this is the trunk of the 108. I'm guessing I should probably just shut that, but we're getting some rust signs on the bumper here. Yeah, I guess engine bays might make sense to keep open, but because animals can get into them from below, but maybe trunks make the most sense to keep shut. I don't know. Okay, so let's see, this engine here. So this thing wasn't running ideally, but it was running. I think I tried another manifold pressure sensor there. That's why there's two of them, just kind of sitting there. Okay, so over here, this is a 300 SE 1986. It came with smaller bumpers that I regrettably sold. It's got a flat tire up there, and this 1982 500 SE has 3 flat tires. So that would have to be dealt with. And tires are getting flat here, and I also have this open, but you can see I'm not getting the same situation of animals in here, because I guess they would have those dirty feet. I would think they would anyway, and would have signs. I've got replacement seats for this, and they're all stuffed in the back of it, and replacement panels all piled over this. This is a 280 SE, just like the black one that I started with over there. It's the hydraulics have been disabled for the rear suspension, and it's got some, kind of taller springs on there. But it looks like like everything else, is gonna get flat spots on those tires if I don't get some air in them. I'm not sure what kind of junk that is. Yeah, those tires are getting low too. Not sure why there's what looks like a pile of food over there, and But let's see. So this trunk is open. Can't really see what's going on in there, but it doesn't really look like there's any signs of, oh, and there we go. Maybe there are animals climbing through there. So got that going for me. All right, let's head on over to the other row where we've got 3 more R107s. They are all 72 73s. These are US spec right here, and that's a Euro. So it's good to see those things, or those spoke wheels are still holding their air. That's nice. And over here, yeah, that's holding there. So this is a 4-speed manual. That's what that is. And I guess this is what had a space heater. I think I was using it as a fan to try and keep dry underneath one of my more precious cars that is no longer here. But okay, so the windows are up on these, right? So it probably shouldn't have to worry about the animals climbing through. And I guess that's about it. Just got to get the windows up on the one car that had clear evidence of animals climbing all over it. This one, you can see, it looks like maybe they've been going in the trunk, but nothing much. That's it for now.